What's going on, everybody? Tim from Tierfon Orbital. Space Junk Sabers. Let's do it again. You all know how much of a fan I am of Nevin's Hilts from Space Junk Sabers. Listen, I've said this before. I'm just going to reiterate how fortunate I feel I am being an installer and having a chance to put my hands on so many unique and really, really cool hilts, right? Like, I don't have the space, nor do I have the finances to just like buy lightsabers and have them. I'm not the lightsaber museum. I just, I keep what I can keep. And there are some special ones in my collection, but yeah, it's just a treat when I get to like see some of these custom hilts in hand and appreciate what goes into making them and making them unique. So whenever I get a hilt from a client that's from Space Junk, I get really excited. So this is a Corran horn Speederbike grip from Nevin. Nevin's specialty is, in my opinion, not only unique lightsabers, but his Corran horns are really, really rad. So this is a Corran horn hilt that was sent to me for an install. So I'd like to do what we usually do, right? I'll talk about the chassis and we'll do a quick demo and we'll talk about the hilt a little bit and then we'll be on our way, right? So let's come into Fusion and talk about the chassis a little bit. So this is the chassis that I designed for this particular install, and holy crap, there's greeblies everywhere. I mean, I went overboard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is just overkill. So we got greeblies everywhere. Every square millimeter of this chassis has almost got some sort of indentation or greebly on it. Static chassis, right? We've got room for our Proffie board. It sits in this tray, kind of press fits into this area. Our kill switch is around back, right above the battery tray. Right down at the bottom here, I've got a 28 millimeter speaker. This is from Jeremy at the Saber Merchant. And up top, this is where I marry into the upper part of the hilt. Now, there is an indentation in this nipple here because I had to make room for the red toggle button switches that are on the hilt. And I'll show you that when we do an up close. Now, I did put, of course, because, I mean, it's me, I did put a turbine ring, NeoPixel turbine ring in this particular chassis. Okay, and this is the channel that I created for those NeoPixels. Okay, now after doing that, I created a custom lens that goes over that NeoPixel strip. So I put my 2020 strip in this channel, wire it up, and then I've printed off a separate piece in translucent resin that goes over that and just kind of glues in place, and that acts as like a diffusion lens to help with some of the light diffusion, right? That's it. Nice and simple. Let's come down to the bottom here, and we will go over this beautiful hilt. Look at this thing. I mean, where does he come up with this stuff? I mean, I'd like to see what Nevin's garage looks like. I mean, he's probably got parts galore. Anyway, yeah, this thing's really, really rad. So let's talk about it, right? So we've got a screw-in, a threaded grip. Okay, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to attempt to find out or to guess where some of this stuff comes from. I don't know. There's a twist lock mechanism here of some sort. I do know that this is a flash mount. But yeah, I mean, part of the beauty of Nevin's hilts is just found objects and really, really cool stuff, right? So here is the chassis. I did do a passive buff and rub. The client did request that we do like a copper, a dirty, oily copper paint job on this chassis, right? So I did that, and I also painted some of the greebly accents in here, okay? Proffie board sits here. It is press fit and slides up into this channel. If you do need to get at it, you can pull the Proffie board up. It'll flip up, and you can get at the USB card or the USB and the SD card that way. Around back, we've got our battery tray. This is spring side is your negative. Bottom, here's our 28 millimeter speaker and our kill switch, right? And there is that NeoPixel ring. Actually, so now that we've got the grip off, let's get a closer look at that NeoPixel ring. Okay, so you put your battery in. Spring side is your negative. Hit your kill switch. And there's that ring. Okay.
The Emperor's Hand. Kylo Ren.
Animation's different for each font. Nice and simple. Yeah? So, you get your battery in, turn your kill switch on, screw your grip in, and you're good to go. So let's come down to the bottom here. So what I do also like about this particular hilt, I like a lot of stuff about this hilt, but what I do like is that in this emitter section, you do get shine through when your blade is in. And of course, you know, with this particular build, and I think with all of Nevin's build, there is a custom blade plug in this guy too, which is a really, really nice brass, hefty blade plug. Just a really, really cool hilt. So this is the first time I've actually but this is the first time I've used these red tactile switches in a build. And I gotta say, not only do they look perfect with this hilt, but they feel, I mean, they're super, super tactile. Not like extra clicky like your brass tacks, but I like that. I really like that.
I'm never touching that thing again.
So, let's put a blade in it really quick. Now, I probably forgot to mention, this is a 7/8 inch blade holder in this particular build. So I've got my little dagger demo blade from Bendu Armory that I'm going to use for this. So anyway, you put your blade in, resting on those pins. There is a very handy knurled thumb screw here to tighten your blade, and you're ready to go. Okay? Man, jeez, it just sounds really, really good, man. It just sounds really good.
Now this is hot.
I really like this hilt. Yeah, I can really whip this little blade around, man. So this has been set up with Proffie OS 6. So navigating the menu is a little bit different.
Enter volume menu.
So you want to, while you're holding main, you tap aux to get in,
volume.
To get into
volume menu end.
To get into the volume menu and all the menu functions that way. OS 6 is a little bit different. It's a little bit different beast. It's a lot more robust as far as like copying and editing blade styles on the fly without having to like plug your hilt or your Proffie board into your... Anyway, so that's it, right? And like I said, you've got a custom blade plug that Nevin provided with the hilt as well. So very, very quick rundown on a custom install on a custom hilt from Space Junk Sabers. I actually, I've got another 2 hilts to do demos for that are both from Space Junk. I've been Space Junk heavy lately with installs, which I'm not complaining. I like I said, I'm happy that I get to put my hands on these really, really cool hilts. So with that being said, to the client, thank you very much for trusting me with your build. To the viewers, thank you very much for watching. If anyone has any questions, please don't be a stranger. Reach out. If you have any critiques, let me know. I'm open to criticism. I need it. You know, I'm trying to better my content so it's not as boring. But yeah, that's it. And you know, I appreciate everybody watching. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Thanks for watching, everybody.